Have you ever felt like the universe is conspiring against you? Like every door you try to open slams shut, every plan crumbles, and every step forward feels like 2 steps back? What if I told you that chaos isn't your enemy? It's your invitation. Welcome to Jung's Psyche Hub, where we dive deep into Carl Jung's timeless wisdom to unlock the mysteries of your inner world. Today, we're exploring a truth that might shake you to your core. The universe is testing you before it transforms your reality. That heartbreak, that job loss, that unshakable feeling of being lost, they're not random. They're the universe's way of asking, are you ready to become who you're meant to be? Carl Jung believed that life's greatest shifts come only when we're refined by chaos, stripped of what no longer serves us. In this video, we'll reveal 5 powerful signs the universe is testing you right now and show you how to pass with flying colors. From real-life stories to practical steps, you'll discover how to turn pain into power and chaos into clarity. Stick with us, because by the end, you'll see your struggles in a whole new light, and maybe, just maybe, you'll realize you're closer to your breakthrough than you think. Let's dive in. Imagine standing at the edge of a cliff, the wind howling, the ground beneath you crumbling. Your relationships are fraying, your job feels like a dead end, and that spark of purpose you once had, it's barely flickering. You might think you're falling apart, but what if you're being rebuilt? Welcome to the first truth we're diving into today. The universe doesn't test you to break you, it tests you to build you. Carl Jung, the legendary Swiss psychologist, believed that life's greatest transformations don't happen when everything's smooth. They come when you're thrown into the fire, when chaos strips away the layers of who you think you are to reveal who you're meant to be. Carl Jung called this process individuation, a journey to integrate your conscious and unconscious self, to become whole. But here's the catch. The universe doesn't just hand you this transformation, it demands you prove you're ready. Why does it test you? Because real change isn't about getting what you want. It's about becoming someone capable of holding it. If you got your dream job, a perfect relationship, or a life of purpose right now, could you sustain it? Or would old habits, fears, or doubts drag you down? The universe knows this, so it sends challenges not to punish you, but to prepare you. These tests strip away what no longer serves you, like an outdated version of yourself that's too small for the life you're meant to live. Let's ground this with a story. Meet Sarah, a 32-year-old graphic designer stuck in a soul-sucking corporate job. She dreamed of launching her own art studio, but every step toward that goal seemed cursed. Her car broke down, draining her savings. A close friend ghosted her. Her health faltered, forcing her to slow down. At first, Sarah saw these as signs she was failing, but then she noticed something. Each setback was a lesson. The car trouble showed she was spending on things that didn't matter. The lost friendship revealed she was clinging to people who didn't support her vision. Her health issues forced her to prioritize self-care. These weren't random, they were the universe's way of refining her. Carl Jung's concept of individuation explains this perfectly. He taught that life's challenges are like a forge, shaping you by burning away what's false: your ego, your need for approval, your fear of change. The universe isn't cruel, it's surgical. It cuts out what's holding you back, whether it's a toxic relationship, a limiting belief, or a job that dims your light. But here's the hard truth. You can't skip the fire. You can't become the person you're meant to be without letting go of who you were. Think about a time you faced a loss, a job, a friendship, a dream. Did it feel like the end? Or did it, in hindsight, push you towards something better? Maybe losing that job forced you to chase a passion. Maybe that breakup taught you to set boundaries. These moments aren't accidents. Carl Jung believed in synchronicity, meaningful coincidences orchestrated by a deeper force. When the universe sends chaos, it's not random. It's a signal that you're on the cusp of a breakthrough, but only if you're willing to face the test. So how do you pass? First, stop seeing challenges as injustices. That job loss isn't the universe saying you're unworthy, it's asking, can you trust yourself to start over? That betrayal isn't a curse, it's a chance to choose better boundaries. Carl Jung said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. The universe tests you to make you aware of what's buried inside your fears, your patterns, your shadow. Here's a practical step. Start a journal. Write down a recent challenge and ask, what is this teaching me? Maybe you lost a promotion. Instead of resentment, ask, am I chasing someone else's definition of success? Sarah did this. She journaled about her setbacks and realized she was holding on to a version of herself that valued security over passion. That awareness was her first step toward change. Second, embrace discomfort. Carl Jung taught that growth happens in the tension between who you are and who you could be. When life feels chaotic, it's because you're crossing that boundary. Don't run from it. Lean in. Sarah leaned in by taking a small step. She enrolled in an art class despite her fears. That one choice led to a mentor who helped her launch her studio. Finally, trust the process. The universe isn't ignoring you, it's watching. It's waiting to see if you'll choose from fear or from truth. Every test is a question. Will you cling to the old you, or will you step into the unknown? The answer lies in your actions, not your intentions. This is why the universe tests you, to prepare you for a reality bigger than you can imagine. It's not about surviving the chaos, it's about using it to become someone new. In the next part, we'll uncover the 5 signs that the universe is testing you right now. Stay with us. You're closer to your breakthrough than you think. So, you felt the chaos, the unraveling of plans, the sting of loss, the nagging sense that something's off. But how do you know if it's just life happening or the universe testing you? In this chapter, we're diving into 5 unmistakable signs that the universe is putting you through its crucible, preparing you for a transformation. Inspired by Carl Jung's wisdom, these signs aren't random. They're signals that you're on the verge of a new reality. Let's uncover them and learn how to respond. Sign 1. Everything seems to fall apart. When life feels like it's crumbling, your job vanishes, a relationship ends, or unexpected bills pile you up, it's easy to think you're cursed. But what if this is the universe clearing the deck? Carl Jung's concept of individuation teaches that growth requires shedding what no longer serves you. That breakup? It might be freeing you from a toxic tie. That job loss? A push toward a path aligned with your purpose. Take Mia, a 28-year-old marketing assistant. She was let go from her job and, days later, her long-term boyfriend broke up with her. Devastated, she felt like the universe was against her. But months later, she realized those losses forced her to move to a new city, where she landed a job she loved and met people who truly valued her. The chaos wasn't punishment, it was redirection. What to do? Reframe the collapse. Ask, what's being cleared out of my life? Journal about what these losses might be making room for. Mia journaled and saw she'd been settling for a life that didn't excite her. This shift in perspective helped her embrace the change. Sign 2. A deep sense of emptiness or disconnection. Ever feel a void inside, even when everything looks fine on the surface? This emptiness isn't depression. It's a signal from your unconscious, as Carl Jung would say, urging you to reconnect with your true self. It's the universe whispering, you're not living your purpose. Consider Alex, a 35-year-old lawyer who had it all. A great salary, a nice house, a stable life. Yet, he felt hollow. He ignored it, thinking it was just stress, but the feeling grew until he couldn't sleep. That emptiness was the universe nudging him to face his suppressed desire to teach meditation. When he finally took a course to become a mindfulness coach, the void began to fill. What to do? Listen to the emptiness. Try a 5-minute meditation daily, focusing on your breath and asking, what am I avoiding? Alex used meditation to uncover his passion for helping others find peace. This practice can help you hear your inner voice. Sign 3. Repeating patterns in your life. Do you keep ending up in the same toxic relationships, the same dead-end jobs, or the same conflicts? Carl Jung called these patterns the work of the shadow, the parts of yourself you haven't faced, like insecurity or fear of abandonment. The universe repeats these cycles until you learn the lesson. Emma, a 30-year-old writer, kept dating people who disrespected her boundaries. She blamed them until she realized the pattern. She was seeking validation from others because she didn't value herself. With therapy, she worked on her self-worth, and her next relationship was healthier. The universe stopped repeating the lesson once she learned it. What to do? Identify your patterns. Write down recurring issues in your life relationships, work, or emotions. Ask, what's the common thread? For Emma, it was low self-esteem. Facing your shadow takes courage, but it breaks the cycle. Sign 4. A pull to change, but fear holds you back. You feel a burning desire to make a big move, quit your job, move to a new city, start a passion project, but fear stops you. This tension is a test. Carl Jung believed the ego clings to safety, but transformation lies beyond fear. The universe is asking, will you trust your intuition? Take David, a 42-year-old accountant who dreamed of opening a coffee shop. Every time he planned to start, fear of failure stopped him. But when his company downsized, he saw it as a sign. He took a leap, opened his shop, and found joy he'd never known. The universe pushed him when he wouldn't push himself. What to do? Take one small step toward your desire. If you want to change careers, research one course or talk to someone in that field. David started by visiting coffee shops to learn from owners. Small actions build momentum and quiet fear. Sign 5. A strong intuition that something big is coming. Sometimes you just know something's about to shift. Maybe it's a vivid dream, a gut feeling, or a sense of anticipation. Carl Jung's concept of synchronicity suggests these are messages from the collective unconscious, signaling you're aligning with your purpose. The universe is testing your readiness to act on that intuition. Rachel, a 29-year-old nurse, had recurring dreams about traveling. She ignored them until a random encounter with a travel blogger inspired her to take a solo trip. That journey led her to start a blog that changed her life. Her intuition was the universe's nudge. What to do? Trust your gut. Keep a dream journal, or note moments when your intuition feels strong. Act on one small hunch, like Rachel booking her trip. These actions align you with the universe's flow. These 5 signs collapse: emptiness, repeating patterns, fear versus desire, and intuition are the universe's way of preparing you. Carl Jung taught that life's challenges are invitations to face your shadow and step into your true self. Each sign is a question. Will you resist or grow? Practical advice. Create a daily reflection ritual. Spend 10 minutes each night asking, what did I learn today? How is the universe guiding me? This builds awareness and helps you see tests as opportunities. Mia, Alex, Emma, David, and Rachel, all transformed by listening to the signs. You can too. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to pass these tests with practical steps to turn chaos into clarity. Stay with us. You're not just surviving these tests. You're becoming who you're meant to be. You've recognized the signs: collapsing plans, nagging emptiness, repeating patterns, fear battling desire, and that unshakable intuition that something big is coming. The universe is testing you, but how do you pass? In this chapter, we'll explore practical steps, grounded in Carl Jung's wisdom, to turn chaos into clarity and step into the reality you're meant for. This isn't about enduring hardship, it's about transforming through it. Let's dive into 3 key strategies to pass the universe's tests and become the person you're destined to be. Step 1. Let go of control and embrace surrender. The first test is releasing your grip on the need to control everything. Carl Jung taught that the ego, the part of you that craves safety and predictability, resists change because it fears the unknown. But transformation lives in the unknown. When life feels chaotic, it's the universe asking, can you trust the process? Surrender doesn't mean giving up. It means trusting that the chaos has a purpose. Take Lisa, a 38-year-old single mom who faced a financial crisis after a divorce. She panicked, trying to control every detail, budgeting obsessively, working overtime, and ignoring her emotional needs. But the stress only grew. Then, she tried something radical. She surrendered. She downsized her life, let go of her need for a perfect image, and focused on what truly mattered: her kids and her peace. That shift led her to start a small online business, which flourished. By letting go, she aligned with her truth. How to do it? Practice surrender through journaling. Each day, Write down one thing you're trying to control: a relationship, a career outcome, or even your emotions. Then ask, what happens if I let this go? Take one small action to release control, like delegating a task or saying no to a draining commitment. Lisa started by saying no to extra shifts and used that time to plan her business. Surrender creates space for the universe to work its magic. Step 2. Face your shadow with courage. Carl Jung's concept of the shadow, the hidden parts of yourself, like fear, shame, or anger, is central to passing the universe's tests. These tests often bring your shadow to light, forcing you to confront what you've avoided. Maybe it's the insecurity you mask with overwork, or the resentment you hide to seem nice. The universe wants you to face these truths, because you can't build a new reality on a foundation of denial. Consider Mark, a 40-year-old teacher who dreamed of writing a novel but avoided it, fearing failure. When his father passed away and a colleague criticized his work, he felt crushed. But those events were a mirror, reflecting his shadow, a fear of not being good enough. Instead of running, Mark faced it. He joined a writing group, shared his work despite his fears, and discovered his voice. Facing his shadow didn't just make him a writer, it made him whole. How to do it? Try shadow work, a Jungian practice. Write down a recent challenge and ask, what part of me is this revealing? If you're stuck in toxic relationships, maybe it's a need for validation. If you procrastinate, maybe it's fear of judgment. Then, take one brave step: share a vulnerable truth with a trusted friend or start therapy. Mark's first step was showing his draft to a group, which built his confidence. Facing your shadow unlocks your authenticity. Step 3. Act from truth, not fear. The ultimate test is whether you'll act from your deepest truth or let fear dictate your choices. Carl Jung's idea of synchronicity, meaningful coincidences, shows that when you align with your true self, the universe responds with opportunities. But alignment requires action. The universe isn't waiting for you to feel ready. It's waiting for you to move. Look at Rachel, a 29-year-old nurse who felt a pull to travel but feared leaving her stable life. After recurring dreams and a chance meeting with a travel blogger, she acted on her intuition and booked a solo trip. That trip inspired her to start a blog, which became her full-time career. Her small act of courage, buying that plane ticket, aligned her with a new reality. The universe rewarded her not because she was fearless, but because she acted despite fear. How to do it? Start with micro actions. If you feel called to change careers, spend 10 minutes researching a course. If you want to heal a relationship, write a heartfelt note. Rachel's micro action was researching travel destinations, which built her confidence to book the trip. Pair this with mindfulness. Spend 5 minutes daily visualizing yourself acting from truth, not fear. This practice rewires your mind to prioritize authenticity. Bringing it together, these steps: surrendering control, facing your shadow, and acting from truth, are how you pass the universe's tests. Carl Jung believed that life's challenges are invitations to integrate your conscious and unconscious selves, creating a whole, authentic you. But it's not enough to understand this. You have to live it. Every test is a chance to choose. Will you stay stuck in fear, or will you step into your power? Let's revisit Sarah from Chapter 1, the graphic designer who lost her job and friend. She passed her tests by surrendering her need for security, facing her fear of failure through art classes, and acting from her truth by launching her studio. Each step was scary, but it led her to a life she loves. You can do the same. Practical toolkit. Here's a daily practice to help you pass the universe's tests. Morning reflection, 5 minutes. Ask, what's one thing I can let go of today? Write it down and commit to releasing it. Shadow check, in 10 minutes. At midday, reflect on a challenge. Ask, what's this showing me about myself? Write down any fears or patterns you notice. Evening action, 5 minutes. Take one small step toward your truth. Send an email, make a call, or research an idea. Visualize the universe supporting you as you act. This toolkit keeps you grounded and proactive. Lisa used it to rebuild her life, Mark to write his novel, and Rachel to launch her blog. The universe isn't asking you to be perfect, it's asking you to be real. As Carl Jung said, The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. Every test is a step toward that truth. In the next chapter, we'll wrap up with a powerful call to embrace your transformation and live the reality you're building. Stay with us. You're not just passing tests, you're becoming unstoppable. You're standing at the edge of your own transformation, and the universe is watching. Every test, every heartbreak, every doubt, every moment of chaos has been sculpting you into someone stronger, truer, and ready for the life you've always dreamed of. Carl Jung said, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are." That's not just a quote, it's a call to action. The universe isn't breaking you, it's building you. But the question remains, will you step into the person you're meant to be? This journey isn't about surviving, it's about thriving. It's about facing your shadow, trusting your intuition, and acting from truth, no matter how scary it feels. You've seen the signs, you've learned the steps, and now it's time to move. The reality you want is waiting, but it starts with you. So, take that first step today. Write down one truth you've been avoiding. Make one bold move. Trust that the universe is rooting for you. We want to hear from you. In the comments, share which of the 5 signs resonated most or what step you're taking to pass your test. Subscribe to Jung Psyche Hub and hit the bell so you never miss a video to guide you through your inner world. If this video spoke to your soul, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Let's keep diving deeper together because you're not just changing your reality, you're becoming unstoppable. See you in the next one.